Hello everyone, welcome to the Street Show. We are playing some Final Fantasy today. On our last episode, we went into the Earth Cave for the first time. This is going to be a multi-part series if I ever saw one. Or multi-part section. Obviously the whole series has multiple parts to it. We are about 1,200 experience off on all of our characters because we died. Don't forget that. Which should only be a couple fights, really. We also bought Fire 3 for Vivi, and I don't think we have anything for Thor at level 5. Oh, hold on a second. We don't have any spell slots for level 5 spells, so we're going to need to level up. So, what are we doing today? We are going to go back to the Earth Cave. We are going to go explore some more of it, and then run back to Melmond. And then we're going to go explore more of the Earth Cave. And we're going to run back to Melmond, and we're going to keep that process up basically until we beat the Earth Cave. I feel like casting Fire too. Let's see how it does. Well, Thor missed. We're off to a great start. All right, so when we get to the Earth Cave, or let me rephrase that. As we progress through the Earth Cave, our goal is to defeat the vampire. The vampire is a bad man, and he has something that we need. I believe he has the ruby. Now, the ruby is something that the Titan in Titan's Cave likes. So if we get the ruby, we can give it to the Titan. And if we give it to the Titan lets us go through. Then we can talk to Sarda, who is the sage, not the name of the town. And then we can go back to the Earth Cave, because the vampire is not the main bad guy. All right. Pretty straightforward win. Decent amount of experience. Okay, so I'm trying to remember where all we've explored so far. I believe we have everything here. I believe here is the way down to the next floor. So we're gonna go up. Bunch of cobras. Sure. We'll cast Fire 2 again. If Dude can hit it twice and it doesn't die, then perhaps everyone can hit them once, and then Vivi can annihilate the rest of it. All right, I believe we got extremely lucky there. I thought for sure that Chuck would have attacked the second one, not the last one. So I'm surprised. We're gonna go this way, and I am fairly confident, oh boy, fairly confident that there's going to be another permanent encounter tile. If they could stop killing Chuck, that would be great. It doesn't mean I want them to kill Vivi. Honestly, I'm tempted to run away at this point. Holy crap. Let's heal Chuck, because Chuck is more likely to be hit. We are also going to cast Ice 2. 73 is respectable, but if he could do more damage to the targets I wasn't already planning on hitting, that would be wonderful. I mean, killing all but 2 is still pretty good. And then I think Chuck gets the second one. Look at that. Vivi saving the day. Alright. So in this episode, I will probably have to pause so we can do some grinding. But, oh, let's heal up really quick. Can't go without a heal or two. Let's do that. Hold on. Everyone is missing health, so it actually would make sense to heal everyone a little bit. And then we can use 2 cures on Vivi, and we're sitting much better than we were before. Alright, here it comes, right there. Don't you just love Earth Elementals? And he is weak to fire, so we're going to cast a fire spell. Something that I probably should have done is not cast all of my Fire 2 spells right off the bat. We had enough large encounters that it's not the end of the world, but regular old run-of-the-mill fire spells don't typically do a whole lot of damage to the Earth Elementals. At least not as much as, say, Fire 2. We did level up, which is great. I wonder... They still don't have level 5 spells. Or spell slots. Let me just confirm Vivi doesn't either. Yeah. They would still have 0 right now, but it would say 0 out of 1 if they had gotten any. Which tells me that I probably need to get another level, which for us is about 4,500 experience. 2,000 gold's not bad, though. Are we at a point where... Oh, dude's hurting, actually. Let's only cast 2. I think what we're gonna do is probably just go to the next floor, just to try and remember what exactly is there. And then we'll probably head back to Melmond, actually. And I may take that opportunity to pause the video and then do some grinding. That way you guys are still entertained and I can get all the tedious stuff out of the way. Actually, I have a better idea. Let's do it this way. So here's my better idea. Instead of running all the way back to Melmond, I could use, I think I have a house. The house, I believe, would restore our spell slots. And maybe it would be better if I waited to use it until we get a level 5 spell slot. That way we're getting even more benefit out of it. But we just did, you know, not a hard fight, but a fight with some guys that give a decent amount of experience, and that wasn't really all that much experience. Let's see. Let's check out this floor. Make sure this is the right way to go, first of all. It is. There's the stairs. Oh, this is the next floor. Okay. This cave is so long. It's a pain in the butt. I mean, there are obviously much worse things that could be happening. We have no more healing spells, which is important because that sort of is our gauge for how much longer we can stay. We have some evasive stuff, and then we have some more evasive stuff, and an antidote spell. Vivi still has a lot of level 1 and 2 spells. We'll see how helpful it is. We're at least going to exit the cave, and then maybe by then I'll have decided what we're doing. Some cobras aren't too bad until they decide they want to poison my entire team. Alright. I think I've decided we're going to go back to Melmond. At which point, I can probably pause this, get back, do a little bit of grinding, maybe even make a second trip, honestly. And then yeah, I think then we'll progress. So, I will be right back. Alright, welcome back. We have some updates. We are now level 12. And it may appear that we only have 15,000, almost 16,000 gold. However, I bought Vivi another spell. I was going to buy 2 spells if we got enough before I came back to the Earth Cave. But we didn't quite make it there. I did have to cast Cure a couple of times with Thor as well. Just because there's mobs along the way from Melmon to the Earth Cave. But we're back. We're going down. And of course. Alright, so Dude and Chuck hit really hard. I think they can kill the ogres if they roll slightly high. In one hit, I mean. I know I've seen Dude hit them for 115. Yeah, see, 4 hits, 145 damage. That'll do it. 88 damage, not quite enough. But I think if I put Dude and Chuck on the Great Ogre and Thor and Vivi on the bottom Ogre, we should be able to get it done. I think we barely got it done there, but we should have it now. All right. So, we're going to go down to the second floor. With level 12, we did get a level 5 spell slot for Thor and Vivi. So that's exciting. I think I had just attacked the top one. Yep. 26 damage isn't horrible. It's not exactly great. It does open us up, though, to maybe... Actually, you know what? We're going to do it this way. See what happens. No, we're not going to get it. 148 damage. That's pretty solid. But before I break everyone's ears, let's use... hold on. Yeah, we said we should use the spell slots and be diligent about that level of efficiency, because there's no reason not to if I'm not using that spell slot right now. Alright, second floor. This is not quite a maze. Oh, there's nothing there? Well, I just ran into a bat. It's not quite a maze, but there is some twistiness to it that is unfortunate to have to try and navigate. Yes. So, we'll see what happens. Didn't kill a single one. Okay. So, I'm not quite sure what happens on this floor. I'm pretty sure that there's some treasure chests we can find that are sort of tucked away in weird spots. Which is why I'm concerned about navigating these rooms, but I don't think it'll be that bad. In slightly, completely different news, I just got a mattress installed while the video was paused on my end. Brand new. It's nice to have. I don't want to deal with this. So yeah, I should sleep pretty well tonight, I think. This is one of the rooms that should have chests in them. $330 gold. It's money. I'll take it. Coral sword. Let's look at stats. Damage 34, hit 58. $34 and 58. Am I missing something? Absorb is 35, evade is 33. 35 and 33. Let me pause the video real quick and just see if there's like a crit stat increase or something, or if they're just identical weapons. Alright, folks. What I have determined is the Coral Sword has a 1.5% greater chance to critically hit. That's the only difference. So as much as I love dragon-themed things, the Coral Sword is technically an upgrade. And for that reason, we will be using it. We're going to go left, even though I know we need to go down and to the right. Because I'd like to just triple, quadruple check that we're checking every nook and cranny for items, weapons, equipment, etc. Plus, if we find stuff that's, you know, not 8 different arachnids, of course it would be 6 snakes. It's always snakes. But if we find, you know, everything, then we have better chance of selling stuff and getting all the spells we need, blah, blah, blah. Plus, we can kill a bunch of more manageable things, get some experience, level up, get spell slots. Pretty much, you know, how every RPG operates. We are going to use a pure spell, because reasons. Let's see how this goes. Of course, Vivi missed. There it is. All right. So I've been thinking about sort of how we're playing these games. There's a couple other games I've been wanting to play in addition to some of this. Obviously, I'd like to play through all the Final Fantasy games, and that's still the plan right now. But I also want to play through the Elder Scrolls games, and those are a huge time commitment. Let's do it this way. And then recently I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and Terraria has been coming up quite a bit, and I used to play that game quite often. They must have added some achievements that were kind of spread across the board, though, because I was looking at what achievements I had, and even though I have like some hard mode stuff completed, somehow it says I haven't created a workbench. I thought that was kind of odd. I don't know how much health these things have, so we'll stick Thor and Vivi on one each, or one together. The Coral Sword has a very interesting pink color to it. I mean that sincerely. It's, oh, of course, it's poisoned the whole team. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of pink, but as far as pink goes, it's kind of nice. I think it's because it's got a little bit of darker hue to it. It's not like in your face, bright 90s levels of pink. I think we'll let Vivi stay poisoned, because he'll stay in the last character slot. I don't have to worry about that. We do want to use the antidote, or pure, I guess, before we take too many steps. There we go. Do we have... I think we're going to cast Heal. Yeah, and then we can do 1 cure on Thor, and call that good. So I believe over to the right there is the stairs to the next level. Oh, of course, it's an Earth Elemental. Oh, you thought they were only going to be in front of the chests? Alright, fire 2. 87 damage. Respectable. 127 damage is nothing to laugh at. Unfortunately, we're even with VV casting fire 2, we're just not strong enough to kill that in one round of combat yet. Based on the fact that we only had to hit it one more time, means we're getting there. We're really close. A wooden shield. Okay. 4 asps is okay. And I think this is probably another permanent combat tile. Or guaranteed combat tile. Alright, so what we're going to do is have these two. Not magic. These two will do the pures. With any luck, Vivi will go before Dude. Let's get the chest before I forget that we didn't get it. 5,000 gold is really good. We actually have enough gold to get all of Thor's level 5 spells, which is good, except we still need one more level 5 spell for Vivi. Is this permanent? It is a permanent one. Or a guaranteed encounter. I'm pretty sure all of the Earth Elemental encounters are on permanent encounter tiles. But anyways, I was talking about Terraria and other games I want to play. I do want to play those other games. It's just a matter of making and setting time. And these episodes, I think I'm keeping to relatively manageable time frames, but at the same time, there's a lot of episodes that have to go into even just one Final Fantasy game. I mean, if I were to try and maintain like a 30-minute time frame for videos, that's doable. But a game like Final Fantasy X, you could easily sink 40 hours into it just doing your run-of-the-mill Final Fantasy X stuff. That's 80 episodes by itself. So that times every single Final Fantasy game, and then on top of that Elder Scrolls, and on top of that Terraria, and on top of that Monster Train, you can see where I'm a little apprehensive about just the sheer amount of time involved. But I have to keep in mind that while I am doing this to hopefully entertain you, the viewer, I'm also doing this because it's just fun and I want to enjoy myself. And if I'm going to be playing video games anyway, I may as well do it for others. We are going to leave the Earth Cave because we're starting to get low. And I should probably say that after a round of healing, just so we have a good idea of where everything is at. Okay, so yeah, we had enough missing health that we were able to use all of our heal spells. We are in an okay spot, but this is a good chance for us to go back to the first floor and just quickly show off the encounters in that region to the left, yes. Where it's just all permanent encounter stuff. was actually where I did a little bit of grinding, just because it was convenient. The enemies that spawn there are giants, and they have a lot of health, and they can hit pretty good. But they have a lot of gold and experience they drop. So I think it is this next tile here. This next tile here. So this is a giant, and we'll just kill one quick. Sometimes it's just one giant. Sometimes it's two giants. Sometimes it's two giants and two iguanas. And I think there's a 3 or a 4 giants encounter. But one giant was 219 experience and nearly 1,000 gold. Actually, where are we sitting for experience? 3,000, and then we still need another 3,500 gold. Let me see if I can get a different encounter. Well, here's the two giants. They hit Chuck for 48 and Thor for 50, so they hit pretty good. What they failed to take into account was I have a lot of really high damage spells. Now if they could stop hitting my guys, that'd be great. Alright, 43 is not quite the high amount of damage that I was thinking we were going to see. I think we can do it this way. Let's check out Fire 3 while we're here. Because I'm going to go back to Melmond and use the inn. We might as well use the spell and just get a glimpse of just how much visual overload there is. Oh my god, that's pink. Yeah, 1,758 gold for killing two giants. And that whole... I don't know why I'm pointing at my screen. It's not like you can see it. Although I can fix that because I have my webcam back. But the entire region to the left of there, every single tile is a permanent or guaranteed encounter. Guaranteed is the word I was looking for, not permanent. Permanent encounter sounds weird. I don't know. There's probably an official name for it. Guaranteed encounter tile or permanent encounter tile. Whichever. It's not a huge deal. Alright. Come on, Thor. Nope. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Thor and Vivi will attack the regular ogre because it's almost dead. Vivi probably nope, Vivi did not have it right there. But Dude and Chuck should be able to take the great ogre, or not. I'm glad we're going back because when your 3 squishiest characters are all underneath 90 health and you have no more healing spells, it's probably about time you head out. Where are we at for gold? 29, basically 30,000. I don't think we're going to get another 2,000 to get Vivi's last spell or some combination thereof. Give me just 1 minute. Right, and we're back. These guys aren't too bad. They don't hit very hard at all. And especially if they're going to miss. They only did 5 damage to Chuck. Chuck's, you know, pretty tanky by himself. Not the same level of tanky as Dude, but there. Thor took 3 damage. If that tells you, you know, the level of damage these things do, then congratulations. 272 damage. Oh my god. Oh, and of course, where would we be if it wasn't Thor and Vivi not hitting their target? Okay. Now Chuck just has to hit his, and Dude's got to hit his. Perfect. So it was 6 shades, 135 experience, 270 gold. Definitely an easier fight than the Giants, but the Giants are also more rewarding. Also, in an earlier episode, I mentioned a really good grinding spot, and the Giants were that spot I was referring to. To stay at this inn is 100 gold, which I'm fine spending that right now. For reference, though, it costs less to revive a character and use the inn in Canaria than it is to just use the inn here in Melmond. Let's get Thor. Oh my god, these are all really good. So we have to get heal 2. That much is for sure. I'm thinking we should get life, but I know I also want cure 3. Harm 3 seems like it'd be really good too, though. Here, let me read up on the spells just to make sure I know what they all do and that I'm not missing something really important. I'll be right back. Alright, so the general consensus that I am seeing online is that life... So it basically comes down to, do you want Cure 3 or Heal 2? Heal 2 has a bug. It's a positive bug, though. Normally it heals... Like, if you use it in combat, it does, like, 20-something to 40-something. But if you use it outside of combat, it heals double. Which is really good. And then also puts it on par with the amount that Cure 3 can heal. So, I think we're going to stick with Heal 2 over Cure 3. And we're going to grab Life. That should have been a gimme. I'm sad to say that it was not. But Life and the store you can go to that revives your characters are the only 2 ways to revive your party members. And if you're, all the way in the middle of a dungeon and don't really have the ability or the desire to leave and revive your party, you might just want that that life spell. Alright, I'm fine with killing the Great Ogre that quickly. Alright, so what are we going to do now? Well, honestly, I was planning on walking all the way back to the Earth Cave, but it can be a little bit boring of a walk, so we're going to end the episode right here. I'll get back to the Earth Cave, we'll start right in front so you won't miss anything, and we'll go from there, I suppose. So, if you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.